approximately maybe 50,000 a year.
Thank you.
Well, there's one down on the edge of sort of Flinders Street, but I think I don't know what it's called, Melbourne Exhibition, something like that. But other than that, I'm not too sure, sorry. I'm not too sure.
Not too sure.
I would say that the sporting events for Melbourne would be higher than, say, the arts or cultural aspects. I think more local people for Melbourne would come for cultural aspects, as well as some interstate. But there is a lot of conferences for international visitors who would also come for some of that cultural aspect as well. I would say that it's probably better than most other states in regards to the amount of activities and events and art galleries and things that you can actually sort of see. How is it developed? I guess, well, Melbourne's probably the second biggest city apart from sort of Sydney, so therefore there's a higher demand for that sort of type of element.
Do you think that the council spends enough money to support this art culture?
I would say so, yes. I would say that they're advertised pretty well from like the MX magazine, from also the newspapers, as well as also on street signs, flyering. Yeah, and there's also a lot of websites and online as well, which sort of helps with, bringing, like if you type in things to do in Melbourne, there is, you can actually sort of find what events are actually going in on Melbourne on what days as well.
And is street art in competition with the classical artwork such as the ones held in museums?
I would say no.
And does the legalisation of street art in places such as Hosier Lane, do you think that affects the amount of people coming to visit the actual art galleries and exhibition?
I would say no, but I think that the street art is just an element that people find out when they get here. It's okay. There is sort of stuff which is down at the end of, sort of Flinders Street, which also, people can sort of see past sort of like, just past Federation sort of Square.
Yep.
And it's good, it's a tourist event. I guess it's more accessible.
Yeah.
And it's open for anyone to take part in.
Yeah.
Classical art and musical functions. Probably more sort of events which are focused on that sort of cultural element. I wouldn't be able to name, any, but they, sort of do come up. More sort of musical events, I would say. So people will come to see, for example, like I went and saw Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
At the sort of like Princess sort of theatre. I also went and saw The Lion King. I don't think that's in Brisbane. Or I don't think it's in Adelaide. I don't think it's in Perth. So you might get a lot of visitors that are coming for with the street art, but also I guess a musical element. More probably sort of classical music, possibly, but as well as sort of the cultural arts and sort of things that we're talking about. So ballet or something like that, or more sort of opera. It's a different element of artistic expression, where people, if they want to sort of see that, they have the opportunity to do so. It's, not as big as, say, rock bands or anything like that, but there's still a proportion of people that do like that kind of music and, have the opportunity to view it. It's a benefit of street art.
Yeah.
It also gives people an opportunity to express themselves on the walls and things like that, rather than graffitiing in other areas, or graffitiing public transport, or at least they have another way that they can express their artistic forms.
Yeah, definitely. Last question. Why is art, so like paintings, galleries, why is that important to Melbourne?
Because I think, art is important, either fine art, all the way to modern day art. It's important to sort of view how over sort of time, people's expression of art changes.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
How many people do you think come to Hosier Lane about every day?
About 100 people, maybe?
Yeah. Is there any like most popular parts of the lane?
No, it's all popular.
All popular. What is your view on the legalisation of graffiti in Melbourne in parts like this?
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. It should be like that everywhere. If it's not, on private property or like not on a shop front, go for it.
Do you think that there are more locals or tourists that come to places like Hosier Lane?
Tourists.
Tourists?
Yeah, for sure. Because like in say Asian countries, you do that, you go to jail straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And how do you think the people coming here compares to the people going to the exhibition centres across the road?
I don't know, man. This is just more free spirit where that is like, I don't know. Don't really know about that.
Do you think that that street art's in competition with the classical arts and galleries in Melbourne? Or is it a
No
different
competition here. No way. Street art's way better.
Yeah. Do you think that street art appeals to the younger demographic more or everybody?
Nah, the older people like it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't back in their day. So they're like, oh, I'm doing these massive.
What's your view on the public art sculptures that the council puts in?
Boring. And the modern art? What the fuck is that?
Does the council fund places like this? How much support do you get from the council?
The only support we get is, oh, you can do it here and that's it.
Yeah.
If they gave us cans, that'd be awesome.
Why is art so important in Melbourne?
Because it's our culture. Hey, yeah, it's our freedom of expression. That's about it.